we provide a holistic service for years and years and years now, since the Black and ethnic minority services have been in existence. We've always talked about racism and the impact of that. And I mean, if you look at in terms of the UK, it only seems that it's since last year, because of the indirect impacts of COVID-19, and also in terms of the Black Lives Matter because of the George Floyd murder. But they're the things that we've forever been talking about, because when we look at the experiences of the women we support from professionals, so that could be from policing backgrounds, it could be independent domestic violence advocates, sexual violence advocates, could be social workers, horrendously appalling levels of service that women get. Often women are told to go back to their families. So the importance of an organisation like ours is that, as well as ensuring that women and girls from those different communities are supported to get safety, we're also challenging systems and agencies and just government policies. So, for example, migrant women, if you're a woman from the EU and if you're an overstayer, you're still not protected, not given any protection. And what we feel as organisations is that it shouldn't matter about your migrant status, you should have a right to be protected. So we lobby and campaign on those issues. To have this policy that all women are liars and are out to get to stay in this country and make stories. And I suppose I'm saying that because my experience in the 25 years with the numerous women that I've gone to court with, rarely have we ever had a different response. That's always been their response. So in terms of women being reported to the Home Office, the Home Office automatic thing is, we will deport this woman back to the country of origin. And what basically that then does is leave that path open for the man, usually, I say man because it's usually men that are the abusers in, well, 99% of the cases that we've dealt with. That enables the man then to track the woman down, go and find where she is abroad, and physically murder, do whatever he wants. So we need, in terms of the fact that the UK has got human rights legislation as well, these women should have a basic level of human right to be protected from fear and violence. And by the Home Office getting involved, by the police, by that statutory duty where the police are having to report automatically, as I said, women will not feel that the police are a protective element. So if you look at our sector, the Black and ethnic minority women, although I know that's the language we're trying to move away from, but if you look at our sector, we had, so for example, our organisation is a member of IMCAN, our organisation is a member of the End Violence Against Women Coalition, and through Women's Aid as well. So through all of those organisations, representations have been made about the needing to ensure the limitation of the future of Black and ethnic minority women's organisations, about the issues around migrant women. And yet none of that has been considered in the bill. So when the bill comes to pass, all you'll get is a continued replication of existing generic services that are being commissioned, and the smaller Black and ethnic minority women's organisations that are reaching those parts that those other bigger organisations don't reach. We're still not going to have a voice or a say. So that's a whole area of contention, because if you look at UK law, if you're a Christian woman or if you're a Jewish woman, the marriages that are carried out within those religions and those institutions, they're recognised. So it's recognised as a joint civil marriage and a religious marriage, whereas for Muslim women, it's not. And so not all Muslim women are bothered about it, but for example, we've put through at least 300 women who've gone through a Islamic divorce because they had an Islamic marriage to begin with, and even though they've had the civil divorce, as far as they're concerned, or their families or the extended families, and even the husbands, although he may issue the civil divorce, he will say to the woman, "You're still my wife Islamically, and you can't do anything. So for those women, in order for them to move on, they want that piece of paper that has the religious marriage on there. And I know, like, just in terms of us as a women's sector, there's a split between some women who are saying, well, no, the Islamic Sharia courts are run by men, which they are, but most of the legal system in the UK is run by men. And so what we're trying to say, if you look at the experiences of the women who are using these courts in a way, they're not courts, these systems, it's because those women are saying that in order for them to move on with their lives, it's something that needs to happen. So at the national level, some continued work needs to be done where if a woman has a civil divorce, that should also automatically be recognised as an Islamic divorce. So that's area of work that needs to continue to be looked at.